Hello. Welcome to biology class. My name is Amos Oitunji. This is Unity International Schools. We'll be treating a topic, tissues and supporting tissues. These are the outlines I have for you. 1. Definition of tissues. 2. Types of tissues. 3. Definition of a skeleton. 4. Forms of skeletal materials. 5. Types of skeleton. 6. Functions of skeleton. I have a few learning objectives for you. At the end of this class, students should be able to 1. Define tissues. 2. Outline the various types of tissues. 3. Define a skeleton. 4. Explain the various forms of skeletal materials. 5. Outline the various types of skeleton. And 6. Enumerate the various functions of skeleton. How do I define tissues? Definition of tissues. Tissues can be defined as a combination of cells performing complementary functions. Let's repeat the definition of tissues. Tissues can be defined as a combination of cells performing complementary functions. Let's take a look at this table. The table has two different parts. The top and the legs. The two are parts of the table, each of them are of different shapes and of different functions. The legs help the table to stand, while the top is where things are kept depending on the use of the table. Once there is a separation between the two parts, it will no longer be called a table. That's how the cells function in a tissue. There are 4 basic types of tissue. 1. Connective tissue. 2. Epithelial tissue. 3. Muscle tissue. 4. Nervous tissue. Connective tissue supports other tissues and binds them together. Examples include skeletal bone, blood, and lymph tissues. Epithelial tissue provides a covering, just like you can see in the picture. It is covering skin, and the linings of the various passages inside the body. Nerve tissue is made up of nerve cells, neurons and neuroglia cells, and is used to carry messages to and from various parts of the body. This is very important in the regulatory function of the nervous system. Muscle tissue includes 1. Striated skeletal, also called voluntary, muscles that move the skeleton. 2. Smooth muscle, such as the muscles that surround the stomach, and 3. Cardiac muscle that surrounds the heart. Definition of a skeleton. A skeleton is the framework of the body which provides support, shape and protection to the soft tissues and organs in animals. It forms the central core of human body, and it is covered by muscles and blood vessels and skin. The human skeleton is made up of 206 bones. There are 3 forms of skeletal materials found in animals. These are 1. Chitin. 2. Cartilage and 3. Bones. Chitin is a tough non-living material present in arthropods, invertebrates, like crabs. It acts as a hard outer covering to the animal, and is made up of series of plates covering or surrounding organisms. Chitin is very tough, light and flexible. However, it can be strengthened by impregnation with tanned proteins, and particularly in the aquatic crustaceans like crabs, by calcium carbonate. Cartilage is a tissue present in skeleton of complex vertebrates. As you can see in this picture of a human skeleton with cartilage. Cartilage consists of a hard matrix penetrated by numerous connective tissue fibers. The matrix is secreted by living cells called chondroblasts. These later become enclosed in spaces, lacunae, scattered throughout the matrix. In this condition the cells are termed chondrocytes. It acts as a shock absorber in between bones during movement because it is tough and flexible with a great tensile strength. It is found predominantly in mammals, e.g. humans, and cartilaginous fishes, for example shark. Cartilages are of three main types in mammals, and they are: 1. Hyaline cartilage. 2. Fibrous cartilage. 3. Elastic cartilage. Hyaline cartilage contains a dense meshwork. It is the most common type and can be found on 1. Surface of movable joint, as is seen in the picture. 2. Trachea and bronchi, for ease of respiration. And 3. In protruding parts of the nose. Fibrous cartilage is tougher than the hyaline cartilage, and can be found in the intervertebral disc of vertebral column as displayed. Elastic cartilage is found in the external ear, pinna, and epiglottis, cartilaginous flap covering the trachea active during food swallowing. Hi. There. I am bone. Bone? This is the major component of skeletal system, and it consists of living cells called osteocytes, protein fibers called collagen, and minerals such as calcium carbonate and calcium phosphate. These minerals, the non-living constituent, makes up 2/3 of a mass of bone. Hence, bone is strong and very rigid, unlike cartilage. Bones are highly vascularized, which means that they are made up of many blood vessels, arteries and veins. The skeleton of a young vertebrate embryo is made up of cartilage. As the embryo grows, bone cells, osteocyte, replaces cartilage cells. Hence, the cartilage tissue becomes hardened into bone through the addition of minerals in a process called ossification as displayed. The three main types of skeleton in animals are: 1. Hydrostatic skeleton. 2. Exoskeleton. 3. Endoskeleton. Hydrostatic means two things. Hydro, which means water, and static, which denotes a single position. Hydrostatic relates to fluids at rest or to the pressures they exert or transmit. Hydrostatic skeleton is the type present in soft-bodied animals, for example earthworm, sea anemones, etc., as seen in the picture. Such animal use pressure to support itself. They also have a muscular body wall which is filled with fluid. The fluid presses against the muscular wall, causing them to contract and exerting force against the fluid. Exoskeleton. This is the outer skeleton present in arthropods. It is secreted by the cells covering the body of the animals, and the main component is chitin, non-living substance. Exoskeleton also supports animals against gravity and enables them to move about. Animals with these skeleton types periodically shed the old skeleton, grow rapidly in size when the new exoskeleton is still soft and extensible. The shedding process is called molting or ectasis. Endoskeleton. This is an internal skeleton present in all vertebrates. Endoskeleton of vertebrates are composed mainly of bones, and the bones grow steadily as the animal grows, hence no need for molting. Bones of many sizes and shapes make up the endoskeleton of vertebrates. These bones are attached together as movable joints by tough flexible fibers called ligaments, hence the skeleton is flexible. Muscles are also attached to the bones, usually by tendons, to provide posture and bring about body movement. Functions of skeleton. 1. It supports the body of organisms. 2. Skeleton acts as the framework of the body. 3. Protection of delicate organs, for example heart, brain, etc. 4. Used for locomotion through the limbs in action. 5. Important component of respiration, for example breathing, involve active movement of the ribs. 6. Production of blood via bone marrows. Assignments. 1. List out the 4 types of tissues. 2. Define tissues. 3. List out the 3 forms of skeletal materials. 4. List the 3 types of skeleton. 5. Enumerate 6 functions of the skeleton. Take a break and try to answer the question given before continuing with the video. Answer 1. There are 4 types of tissues. 1. Connective tissue. 2. Epithelial tissue. 3. Muscle tissue. 4. Nervous tissue. Answer 2. Tissues can be defined as a combination of cells performing complementary functions. Answer 3. There are 3 forms of skeletal materials found in animals. These are: 1. Chitin. 2. Cartilage. 3. Bones. Answer 4. The 3 main types of skeleton in animals are: 1. Endoskeleton. 2. Exoskeleton. 3. Hydrostatic skeleton. Answer 5. Functions of skeleton. 1. It supports the body of organisms. 2. Skeleton acts as the framework of the body. 3. Protection of delicate organs, for example heart, brain, etc. 4. Used for locomotion through the limbs in action. 5. Important component of respiration, for example breathing, involve active movement of the ribs. 6. Production of blood via bone marrows. Alright students. We've come to the end of this class. I hope you enjoyed the class. Say cheese. Thank you. I'm glad you've done your assignments. Get prepared for the next class. Have a beautiful day. Imaso oitunji. Bye.